Welcome, welcome everybody to another Browns pregame show. This is Dog Pound Takeover. We're gonna be covering some topics going in regards to the Browns versus Chargers. We're gonna hit the injury report. I'm gonna give you my prediction. We're gonna go over if there are any key injuries, and then we'll get to it. See how everybody's feeling. The Browns coming off of a win last week. A pretty good game against the Baltimore Ravens. So we'll see how we follow this up this week. All right, so excuse me for my voice. I'm in a little sick this week, working to bounce back from that. So excuse my voice. Uh, my apologies about that. But just coming off the assignment of last week, I didn't want to miss this week, especially with us going into a bye week next week, and me not going live next week due to the bye week. Definitely want to make sure I tapped in this week with everybody. All right, so as we get some people joining in, we're gonna start going over just the basics here. Justin Herbert, pretty good year. 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's not throwing the ball as much as he has in the past, but he's definitely a threat. He can make all the throws. J.K. Dobbins, really good season so far. You see, he's basically doubled up Jerome Ford this year. And then their number one receiver, pretty similar stats to Jerry Judy. So right now, Chargers are the favorite. They're favored by 2.5 points on the road. So if you think about when a team is favored on the road, um, that's it's only showing 2.5 points, but that's more like a 6 point. They're more like a 6 point favorite because usually the home team, just for you being a home team, they usually give you the 3 points, 2.5 at least. So once they double that and flip it to the other team, then they're looking at you closer to 2 field goal favorite. Let's jump in and look at. I got the full injury report. I went through it for the Chargers. I didn't see anything kind of out of the ordinary based on just me not following them, me kind of not looking at them until this week. So I didn't see anything where I was like, man, that person's out. That should make a big difference. One big change for us this week, I'm a little surprised about, is Dante Foreman. Um, him being ruled out and it being a coach's decision. I think what happened is our backfield is just it's too crowded right now. With Nick Chubb coming back, of course, Nick Chubb is our guy. Jerome Ford coming back off the injury, he missed a couple weeks, and Pierre Strong being able to go on special teams. I think that's what gives him the nod at that third back versus Dante Foreman. So that's just me kind of piecing that together. But that's my best guess. JOK injury reserve. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. Jumping through here real quick. Nobody else that we were kind of worried about this week not being able to play. Maybe Jordan Hicks, but he's been out for a while, and we had some guys step in his place, especially number 43. Bull Boonty, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he stepped up big time last week. So I don't think they're going to rush any linebackers back. Also, a quick little promo for myself. I don't stream the games live, but I do comment throughout the game on my X account. I post on there throughout any live sporting events, especially when I go live. So you see some of the things that happen here. This is me just kind of talking about the game. So appreciate David for follow. David, I'll definitely follow you back once the stream is over. So I definitely appreciate that. Clock is not working. Okay, there we go. My clock is back working. My computer froze for a second. All right, so definitely follow me on X if you're active on X, just to kind of get my thoughts in real time. Uh, with what I see going on in the game. My apologies for the glare. So I got high windows, high ceilings, and I got sun coming right into where I'm sitting at. So I try to like turn my desk a little bit, but sometimes the sun wins. So my apologies about that. right, so we went over the injury report. Um, how's everybody feeling? Browns fans, how you feeling about Jameis this week? He had a couple of throws last week that easily should have been picked off. We feeling good about him going into this matchup. Do we see him doing more of the same what he did last week? How do we feel about that? Just while people come in, uh, I agree, David. Definitely. I think he's gonna get better. Hopefully, he can clean up. He had three throws that I saw where it looked like he was going to turn the ball over in some key moments. If he could kind of correct those things, only one that I saw was really, really bad. He kind of threw the ball in the corner when we were already in the red zone, and he just kind of threw it up. It was two Browns players in the area, and I believe it was four defenders in the area. Uh, Eddie Jackson, I think, ended up dropping that interception. So um, hopefully he can clean that up. I want to see the continued progress of the offensive line. Actually, I didn't see Jedrick Wills on here. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't see Jedrick Wills on here. So uh, I wonder, are they going to start DeWan Jones at left tackle, or is Jedrick Wills going to start? So that's going to be something we're going to be watching going into early into the game. Actually, let's see if Mary Kay said anything about that. Mary Kay is really good with those last minute. Oh wow! So this is really good. So even though Jedrick Wills is active, DeWan Jones is going to start at left tackle. So they like what he did last week, and they're going to give him another shot to start at left tackle. And I guess Jedrick Wills is going to be the backup. He'll be the swing tackle. And then Denzel Ward is back active coming off the concussion. So I probably should have came here first, but I knew where to go to get those answers. Mary Kay is always on top of it. Uh, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about DeWan Jones taking over to start at left tackle over Jedrick Wills? Me personally, I believe that we've seen everything we can see from Jedrick Wills at left tackle. Naturally, it doesn't seem like he is a left tackle, and that's okay. I think now they can kind of ease their way out of the situation versus being forced to keep running him out there and him being confused and him letting guys just run straight into the backfield. So I think this is a good move to see if DeWan can hold it down, especially with Conklin being healthy. I agree. DeWan, he had a great rookie season at right tackle. I think him coming off the knee injury and him putting on too much weight was the reason why he started this year so bad at right tackle. But he's kind of had some time to work himself in the game shape, drop some pounds. I heard something. I want to say last week, DeWan has lost about 25 pounds in the last couple weeks, so he's working his weight back down to his playing weight, and I just think that's a great thing. I know offensive linemen, we kind of just look at them like they're really big guys, but they have ideal playing weight where they function the best, and he definitely has an ideal playing weight that's really good for him. And I think they said his goal is to drop another 25 pounds, and he'll be to the weight he was last week. I mean, last season. I'm sorry. If you notice, last season he didn't have a lot of breakdowns. He wasn't jumping off sides because he trusts his physical tools that he had available to himself versus him trying to cheat on plays to get ahead, so people can't just speed by and rush past him. So, and also he didn't look as confused last year. So that goes to his confidence. I think this is also another good thing for his confidence if he's going to get that start at left tackle. This is almost like another opportunity, like a fresh start, even in this season where it's not going ideally. So I think that's good for him. Uh, this is tough. Last week I didn't pick the Browns outright win. I took the points. At this time I looked, the Browns were 9.5 point dogs last week. So I like the Browns on the points this week. I like the Browns on the points again. Um, Chargers don't put up a ton of points, so I don't think this is going to be one of those blowout games where we're seeing a team put up 40, 50 on us unless we just have a bunch of turnovers. Besides that, I think this is a chance for us to kind of start correcting the ship. I know throughout the Browns community, especially online. I see a lot of people, they're talking playoffs. Hey, I like that name. Shout out to you, Nick Chubb. We're seeing a lot of people talking playoffs. I'm not talking playoffs. I've been through too many seasons as a Browns fan. What I want the Browns to do right now, I'm not saying anything about playoffs. I want the Browns to uh, play a great game today. I want them to go in with the opportunity to win this game by keeping it close, playing great defense, controlling the clock with running the ball. I want to see that from the Browns. And then going forward, let's see if I can jump down here to, let's see, full schedule. Um, and it's just cause this is my PTSD from being a Browns fan for so long. I want to see us knock off Pittsburgh, beat Cincinnati, and beat Baltimore. Those are the games I'm worried about. I'm not thinking playoffs. I'm thinking I want to see us dominate our remaining divisional round games. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not talking playoffs. I'm not talking playoffs until we're close to 500. We're close to 500. Then I'll entertain some of the playoff talk. But at this point in our season, I'm not talking playoffs right now. It's way too early. We're still behind the eight ball on our record, so I'm not talking playoffs right now. So I know a lot of people are. They're getting excited. They're saying, "Oh man, Jameis can win out." I saw the Riz and James went out. I like his enthusiasm. I wouldn't be mad if the Browns won out, but I've been a Browns fan long enough to know that you never count your eggs before they hatch. So me, I want to see us play competitive today, and then from today on, I want to see us play competitive against our divisional opponents. Uh, we owe it to Denver based on what they did to us last year. We owe Denver something, so I want to see us be competitive against Denver. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking forward to playoffs. We're not there yet. Our record isn't good enough, so I'm not going to be that person that's jumping ahead. That's playoffs and Jameis and I like Jameis's energy. I like his press conferences. I like he's positive. Uh, I like that he has confidence. Just watching that tape back last week of all his throws, he is very decisive. He reads the defense quick and he lets the ball go. So those are some things that I like about him. Uh, it did make me think. I'm not going to talk about Deshaun a lot, but I I'm realizing that Jameis is a gunslinger because he's willing to throw the ball. I don't know if it's due to Deshaun injuring his shoulder last year and coming back from that injury, or if it's the mental side of the game is a little bit too tough for him. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is a gunslinger. And we all criticize Kevin Stefanski, saying his offense isn't good, it's passive, it's not aggressive. I mean, I don't see that. Just looking at Jameis actually willing to throw the ball a lot last week with anticipation. I don't think that we have a passive offense. I think that Deshaun might not be the gunslinger that we think he is, and if that's the case, that's unfortunate. That's my only thing I'll say about Deshaun. I just kind of compare and contrast, and I just saw that, and I was like, man, I, I see a lot where Deshaun is really willing to let it rip, and I see Jameis let it rip. So, uh, yeah, that's my views on that. Okay, we basically went through everything leading into the pregame. I told you my prediction. I'm going. If I was betting this game, I would take the Browns and the points. Definitely like they're getting 3 points at home. Basically, I would take that 2.5. I don't know if I'll pick the Browns outright. We got too many unknowns for me to pick the Browns outright. I definitely want them to win, but I wouldn't pick them outright. Uh, but that's what I see happening. That's my predictions for the game. So definitely follow me on X, off the record gaming. I know it's off the record gaming, but this just the title that I use. But this is everything about what I'm into. So gaming, sports, music, lifestyle. I'm a Browns fan, Cavs fan, Guardians fan. So definitely check me out on all platforms. Also, if you watch on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I follow for a follow on all platforms. So if you are a creator that's looking to build up an audience, I'm looking to build up an audience as well. Let's definitely follow each other and support each other in our process of growth. Um, and I think that's going to be it for the pregame show. I will be back uh, at I'll be. I don't want to call it 4 o'clock because every time I say I'll be back at 4 o'clock or I'll be back at 3:50 post game, the game runs long. So I'll be back as soon as the conclusion of the Browns versus Chargers game, and then we'll be doing that recap. We'll be just going over what we saw. We'll be kind of, I try to in real time. One thing I do as I'm seeing things, so just go back to last week. I'm kind of, calling things that I see right away, and when I see key things happen throughout the game. Those are the things that I usually post on X about, and then I'll kind of bring a full circle after the game. Um, so that's what we'll do today after the Browns game. Win, lose, or draw, we show up and we discuss what happened. So it could be a celebration or it could be a therapy session, depending on what happens in the game. Being a Browns fan, you definitely got to understand that. So I appreciate everybody tapping in. I know this was a pretty quick stream, but I will be back after the Browns game, and I will go through everything.